So this morning we've had the opportunity to move through two pieces of painting. So when we refer to painting, we're referring to country, its story, which is really embedded within each. This is a significant piece. It's a piece that I've created for the RAA. What I know about the RAA is you have 780,000 members, which is such a large scope, and it shows that you've worked really, really hard in the space to forge and develop those key relationships, but also means that you're an important part of the social and economic fabric of the state. As mentioned on the other paintings, these different types of dots which fade in and out are relevant to country and different landforms and movement. And as you can see, the changes in tone, it's about that intrinsic relationship between non-Aboriginal and Aboriginal people, male and female, working together, walking together across country. Aboriginal Australia is vast, it is dense, and there's many different narratives, there's many different histories which need to be shared in a culturally sensitive and safe space. What I really want to embed in this painting is something that had that historical standpoint, and it's something that you'll see when you visit places like Ikrawalpina Pound in terms of going to Ukrawal Rock. There's a cave painting there, and now in that cave painting, which we refer to as Molkai, so meeting, come together, share story, these dots can be seen across, and it's symbolic to multi-generational passing on of information and history. Now, as mentioned earlier, when you're born as an Ngunnawal person, you're born into a kinship system, Aru and Mathri, and it's both kinship systems walking together over time, sharing of knowledge and understanding, but it's then splitting, it's walking in your own kinship system to learn about your cultural protocols and rights and responsibilities within your social and political organisations. Now, if we fast forward to 2022, it's about non-Aboriginal people and Aboriginal people walking together. Over time, what we've seen is a separation through a lack of understanding. A lot of people, I guess, not really showing the true respect to First Nations voice. So it's really important that when we're working with Aboriginal people that we're listening, and consultation is two-way listening, and it's not about just listening, but it's about negotiation. It's about elevating that Aboriginal voice. It's about creating programs and initiatives that are ultimately led by Aboriginal people to lead aspirations and economic aspirations for the community. Now, as we move down this painting, we have the sage green, the waves of whites. For me, that's the hills, that's the valleys, it's a connection from Mount Lofty right down to the Flinders Ranges. So what's really powerful about the RAA embarking on their Reconciliation Action Plan is those intricate relationships to different places across the state of South Australia. What we know is you have offices not only in Adelaide and Ghana Yurta, but you have offices in Bungala and Port Augusta, you have offices in Mount Gambier, and what we really need to see is that for your 1,200 plus employees, that when you're engaging in cultural sensitivity based training, that you're getting training from an Aboriginal person, elder, knowledge keeper within that context of that community. So then your employees are starting to think, you know, why do I have that unconscious bias of that person? Or why is that Aboriginal person experiencing the things that they are? And you'll have that understanding through that information within context of place. And that's why it's really important that when we establish relationships, it's not a one-off. It's not during Reconciliation Week, it's not only just during NAIDOC Week, it's over a long period of time. It can be monthly. Now, when we're engaging with Aboriginal people, we don't all work in hospitality, we don't only work in tourism. We have Aboriginal people who are experts in many different fields, so let's create an experience for employees and combine all of those voices together to create a greater understanding of Aboriginal Australia.